Should you weigh yourself if you have an eating disorder? Well, I sit down with our head trainer who lost over 80 pounds working with us and overcoming her eating disorder. So she talks all about weighing yourself and if you should actually do it. So listen in.
People say mentally they struggle with this. And again, you lost 80 pounds. So you probably have struggled with this too before, after you kind of mentioned in the beginning, but weighing in. Now, I talk about weighing in very strategically. You get up in the morning, you do number one, number two, you get on the scale, you write down the number, and you continue about your day. You don't pay attention to that number. I realize and I understand that that's not as easy for some people. They get fixated on what that number says and they make that number define what they say. But I believe by weighing yourself every day and every morning like that, you can get an accurate description of what's going on in your body. But I realize, like I said, people who have struggled with this in the past, it's very, very difficult to do that. So you lost 80 pounds. When do you weigh in? Do you weigh in? And how often are you actually doing it? So share your secrets now, Brianna, because a lot of people always give us this grief. And I mean, you know what I'm saying.
Yes, I do it the first day of every month. That's a definite, no matter what goes on, and New Year's Eve, I'm sure we were all having a few drinks. New Year's Day, I weighed in because I need that data for every first day of every month. I need that. So rain or shine, I'm weighing in. All right. I have rules with weighing. Like I said a little earlier, the day after I eat out, I enjoy one of those meals, eating out with my family or friends. I do not weigh. I do not weigh in unless it is the first day of the month where I know I have to. I do not weigh myself. I don't want to feel guilty for what I did. I don't want to harp on it. I just want to get back on track and go about my day. I don't even want to think about yesterday. It's easier said than done, but the not weighing in that day definitely helps. Throughout the month, I'll really weigh when I want. Other than doing it the first on each month, I don't necessarily have set days where I weigh in. Yeah, I definitely do it on the first. Other times it's just kind of sporadic, but I always make sure I log it. Sometimes if I'm looking at an old transformation picture, I see what day it is of that month. I'll try to match that day if it falls in line. So if it was the 7th of last March, I'll try to do the 7th of this month.
Yeah, I mean, that's really good, Brianna. And like you said, it just helps you to stay on track. So on the days, like let's just say, for example, the first was yesterday and you went out to eat the day before that. So now you get on the scale. Do you let that number affect you now? Like how did you get over that barrier of letting that number affect you?
Honestly, this is gonna sound really crazy, but I put my
It
AirPod
worked, so it can't be that crazy. It works. So go ahead.
I put my AirPods in and I blast music so it keeps my mind very frazzled. I write down the number in a notepad and I leave it in my room until I get back on track and I'm able to look at that number, log it, and say, okay, that was last week.
Yeah, yeah, and exactly 100%. And that number, and a lot of people, it's easier said than done, but that number does not define you because that number that you see, you could be holding water for whatever reason. For females, it could be because of that time of the month. Maybe you haven't went to the bathroom fully yet. I mean, there's days I'm up 2 pounds for no reason, and then the next day I'm down 2 pounds. So like it's totally normal to have those fluctuations, but that data that you get is just kind of letting you know that you're on the right track and letting you know, okay, I'm actually in a calorie deficit. Okay, I'm actually getting results. So super proud of you, Brianna. I mean, you've come with such a long, long way. So it's nice.
Remember, 70% of your results will come from what you eat. Nutrition is the foundation for your success, and small changes can make a big difference. Our nutrition coaching program is designed to provide you with personalized support and guidance to reach your goals faster, regardless of where you live. If you're interested in taking your nutrition to the next level, click the link to find out more.